The following is a paid program. The views and opinions expressed or products endorsed are not necessarily those of KTOV, its staff, or management.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a happy good morning to you, wherever you are. This is a Clara Luper radio show, and today's show is being brought to you by your favorite Allstate insurance agent, Marilyn Hildred. If it's insurance that you're looking for, call Marilyn. The telephone number of her office is 843-0811, and she sells life insurance, boat insurance, automobile, home, name it, and she will sell it to you, and you will be very, very proud. Today's program is a very special program because I want you to become involved in today's program. This is a new year, and I would like to say once again, Happy New Year's to you, wherever you are. And with a Happy New Year's comes an opportunity for us to sit down and look and see where are we in 1996. And that's going to be the focus of our program today. Where are we as people in 1996? Where are we? We've had a lot of people to call and say that black people are worse off than they were 30 or 40 years ago. And today I want you, the most intelligent radio audience in America, to tell me exactly where we are in 1996. And we will be able to give you some facts, and you will be able to add to the facts that we are able to give you. Where are we in 1996? I tell you where Mr. Gates is. Mr. Gates is located at 2609 North Martin Luther King. He owns the Gates Barbershop, 2609 North Martin Luther King. He is there ready to take care of your hair needs. He will give you a traditional haircut, a regular, a one in the future, or what I call a space haircut. He will leave the space just like you want it. Mr. Gamble and Mr. Gates are both on duty today, and once again, the barber shop is located at 2609 North Martin Luther King Avenue. Hometown IGA was very happy to serve you, and they would like to thank you for your business in 1995. And they are looking for a continuous working relationship in the year of our Lord, 1996. They are open for 24 hours right on the corner of North Martin Luther King and 23rd. Dr. A.L. Dow sends New Year's greetings to you. He's located at 934 Northeast 8th Street. The telephone number is 235-0536. 235-056. Dr. A.L. Dow. Exotic Flowers would like to take this opportunity to thank you for your business in 1995, and they are ready to serve you in 1996. They are located at 3671 North Everett Street here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. We would also like to thank all of our advertisers that were kind enough to advertise with us, to extend you holiday greetings from November until the last week in December. We are very, very appreciative. Let's talk a bit about Passion Home Care. Passion Home Care will take care of you when you are not able to take care of yourself. Passion Home Care will take care of your needs. All you will have to do is to take this number down. Are you ready? Passion Home Care, located at 3838 Northwest 36, Suite 200. The telephone number is 943-5779. Now, Passion Home Care will take care of your needs. You don't have to worry. Sure, it's a different kind of service. It's a service in which you have professionals that will come in your home and take care of you. They will administer your medicine. They will see about your food and nutritional needs. Why in the world don't you call 943-5779? Don't try to do it yourself. Let the professionals take care of you. 943-5779. They will keep you clean. They will see to it that you have what you are supposed to have. What else can you ask for? It's a home health care with all the needs, and they will schedule the aides to come out and help you. They will see to it that you're dressed properly. Oh, that home care is something else. Mrs. Deborah Jackson is the supervisor. And she has her rules and regulations. Yes, also give me a free hand. Give me a free hand is a community service, a service that will bring your lunch to you. That's give me a free hand. Call 946-8928. It is true that they operate out of Freedom Center and serve over 65 or 70 people per day. That's Monday through Friday. I would like to thank those of you that have visited Freedom Center and have had your relatives to visit Freedom Center during the holidays. It was quite an experience because you had the opportunity to look at people who have fought and died, people that have sacrificed for freedom, justice, and equality. You were able to see the eternal flame that continues to burn in all of our hearts. The flame looks up to heaven with faces of people that you cannot afford to forget. The monument, the wall is there. And I would like to thank you, and I would like to ask those of you, be sure and make an announcement about Freedom Center. Tell the people to visit Freedom Center. Tell them to look at the monument. Tell them to look. Tell them to look so they will not be uninformed about what's happening here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. We are going to give you our best, and the best is good enough for you. What is the best? I've told you it's Gates Barbershop, Hometown IGA, Dr. A.L. Dow, Passion Home and Health Care, Allstate Insurance. Give me a free hand, and it's all yours. Where are we in 1996? Are we better off than we have ever been in Oklahoma? Are we moving backward? Where are we as you see it? And I'm going to make a statement, and I want you to challenge me. And I know you're calling, you're waiting on the bachelors to be announced. Don't worry, we're going to announce the 1995 Bachelor of the Year. You know how it was selected. You remember in October we told you to send in nominees. You sent them in October and November and December. We had boiled it down to about 20, and today we're down to the top 5. And we'll announce the winner before we go off the air today. Well, where are we in 1996? I had the opportunity to attend the annual Emancipation Proclamation program sponsored by the Interdenominational Ministerial Alliance. This was held at 11 o'clock on New Year's Day at the Emmanuel Baptist Church. The speaker was Reverend Ernest Jackson, a graduate of Dungy High School and a local minister and pastor. But he preached on this sermon, we're going to fix it in 96. Fix it in 96. So those of you that were there, I know you are out getting ready to fix it in 96, and those of you that were not there, you missed the treat. You missed the treat of the year because Reverend Jackson said we've got to fix it in 96. Now we're going to take a look at exactly where we are in 1996. We hear a lot of negative talk that black people are in worse shape than they have ever been. I beg to disagree. I think that we are in better shape than we have ever been. That's what I think. And I would like to compliment those of you that put up Christmas lights. Those of you that say to us, you don't have to go to Quail Creek, you don't have to go to Nichols Hills. All you have to do is to pass by Esther Swain's house. Pass by, and I could go on and name on and on people that decorated for Christmas. And we should start now buying Christmas lights while they are on sale. And next year, we should have the people from Nichols Hills and all around coming to the east side to look at our lights. Sure, we had the zoo with its beautiful lights, but we also had homes all over the east side of Oklahoma City with beautiful lights. And those lights spoke to us. They say that we are in better shape than we have ever been because it used to be blacks didn't have those kind of lights and those kind of figures around their homes. Mrs. Wilma Ray had a Christmas decoration that you have never, you can't even imagine it. If you could see her trimmed in all of this white, if you could see in front of her home the nativity scene, if you could see up on top of her house, don't tell me, and I want to get your opinion. Do you think that we are in better shape than we have ever been? Well, I think we are in better shape than we have ever been in our lives. I know you are anxious to see what Calvin thinks. I think that in 1995, and we're going into 96, that we are in better shape than we have ever been. Calvin, what do you think? Our subject today is where are we in 1996? I'm saying that we are in better shape than we have ever been in our own history.
Well, I know where I'm at today in 1996. First of all, I'm blessed to be here this morning. Good to see Dean again. Good to be a part of the Clara Luper radio show, and I'm looking forward to us discussing where we are in 1996. I assume we're talking about the entire community and the goals that we've set, those kind of things. But I know where I am. I know I've set my goals. But then as I look around my community, I'm extremely proud of some of the businesses that I see. But then I see a lot of room for a lot of different things to happen up to, But good things happen on the Clara Luper radio show. Matter of fact, great things happen. You never know what's going to happen. But where we are in 1996, it's a cinch that we are having an opportunity to strengthen ourselves, to tighten up our backbones, to make our knowledge, to share our knowledge in more different ways. Say, Dean, why don't we do that? That song that I like so much, let me get a couple minutes of that. It's a beautiful song. People get ready, and I like that. And I think that's the thing that we have to do for 1996 is to make sure that we as a people are ready. But as a people, if the individuals can do it, then we together will definitely make a stronger union and a stronger bond. So here it is, going out to my good friend out there, Hazel. Happy New Year, 1996 to you. Appreciate it. I know you're ready, but everybody else out there, make sure that you be a part of this. People, get ready. Remind everybody you're listening to the Clara Luper radio show, live and in living color on KTLV. People, get ready. There it is, Mom, a song that I liked, and I really like that song, and this is the second show that I played it. And I think I may play that a couple more times because I think if we as a people are ready, then anything can happen. And, as I look around the community, I'm proud of the businesses that have been established, that are functioning, and it gives me a great sense of pride to go into. But then I look around at the other parts of the community when I think of the number of young men that are incarcerated, the number of young women that are incarcerated, the overall financial attributes of the financial situations of the people that are here in Oklahoma City area. Those are the kind of things that bother me. I look at what the promises that have been made on jobs, the promises that have been made in the educational area. I don't see all of that coming to the fore yet. But as far as black businesses, as far as business goes, I know that we are ready. Some people are taking the time out to prepare themselves to be ready to give a great business. And just looking at our advertisers here, that's a good starting point. But then when you look at the number of people that don't think that they have an opportunity to go out there and to go into business, they have some great ideas, but don't really believe that they can make their business work. I think that's where we've got to be more
Calvin.
in.
But we have got to look at the positive side. We cannot spend all our time talking about the things that are bad in this community. We are in better shape business-wise in this community than we have ever been. Now, let me give you an example.
I need some examples on that.
Well, you're getting ready to get some examples.
That's why I listen to the Clara Luper radio show.
And I'm going to give you some examples.
But they got to be some good examples because I'm not just talking about a business with a sign up.
Okay,
let's
go.
Talking about a business
let's
that's been
compare
in existence
business. Let's go back 40 years ago.
40 years, well, that's
but look at us now.
There a little bit.
We have, for the first time in history, we have better black restaurants than we have ever had. I dare you to go to Alberta's Tea Room, Stale's Restaurant, Florence's Restaurant, Finney's, the Spriggs, and I think the Spriggs have 4, Leo's, Sunny Inn, McDonald's. I'm talking about things that are owned by blacks. Now, a few years ago, we had a few restaurants that were together, but I'm talking about
Well, have there been any new restaurants that have come into existence?
Well,
say,
I'm
within
gonna
the
tell you.
last
I'm
5
gonna tell
years?
you. Sure, I'm gonna tell you.
Are there any young people that are coming up with any new restaurants?
It's okay. When we talk about business, we aren't talking about age.
Well, okay.
We are talking about the combination. Yes, we have one, and today I'm going to tell you about one that will be opening in Oklahoma City next week that are out of sight. Look at our churches. We have better churches than any, I don't know. When you think of churches, all I want you to do is look around Oklahoma City, and those churches would not have been built had we not been in better shape. For example, I was out to the Church of Deliverance with Bishop Little. Have you ever been in that church?
Yes, I've been.
Have you seen his office?
I've seen
Have
the
you
office.
seen the equipment that he has in that church?
I've seen the structure, Mom. I've seen the
Did you
the
know there's
sanctuary.
a gymnasium
I've seen
in
the
that church?
gymnasium.
Did you know he
no argument
serves?
there.
Did you know
no
that?
argument there. The bishop
Have
has
you
done
been
a
to St.
fantastic
John,
job.
Fairview? Just name the churches. Have you
the
seen
churches,
them?
some of the churches have gone out and they're outreaching to the community.
They are doing it. Okay.
I see a growth in that.
I'm telling you where you can
But
see
then there's
people
still
going.
a void that the churches can fill, don't you
Okay,
think?
I'm not talking about
You're
what
not
they
looking
can
for the
do.
negative,
I'm
then.
talking about what they are doing, and sometimes we walk around and we don't look. For example, insurance. When have we had Lynn Walls in insurance, Melba Hope, Marilyn Hildred, and Marilyn,
Harold
I've just been
Ford.
informed,
Yeah.
and Harold Ford. Name them on down the line.
Now-
You've never had this before.
Now, what is Maryland? What happened to Maryland?
Marilyn is a top insurance Allstate agent in this area, and probably she will be in the top 5 in the United States. We will know next week. When have we ever had anything like we have now? And we have all kind of business. We have electricians. We have plumbers. We just don't know where we have 'em. We have a lot of people that's
I
sitting
know
on
what we
that.
don't have.
What?
What we don't. We don't have an auto dealership, a minority-owned auto dealership.
We do.
But yeah, down in Edmond, right?
Yeah, we have Henderson. We have Finney. We have Sir Charles, the tailor. What are you talking about? And we have M&W Welding Company. We have business. All we need to do in 1996 is to fix it by supporting these businesses. Now, talk is one thing, and people, well, we sure look bad. You might look bad because you haven't been working hard enough. But I'm telling you, we have some people that are looking good.
Well, that point is granted, Mom. There are people out there that are doing it. But what I think my bottom line that I'm trying to say, and that I want everyone out there to understand, is that we've got to keep the road of opportunity open for people that have good ideas, and to give them the encouragement financially, physically, morally, and everything, to get them to go out
But the
there
road
and
is
take
open,
that gap.
Calvin. The road is open. But if our
there's so
young
many
people
ideas
are
out there
too
that are
drunk to go in, they are too drugged to take advantage of it, they're around trying to steal something from people, well then we are saying, and I say it loud, we are in better shape as a people than we have ever been.
Well, everything is better than it
Oh, yeah,
has
okay,
been.
then,
You can look at your telephone. It's better than it used to be. But then where are we going to go with it?
We're going to the top,
if
but we can't go.
Those businesses that are established, if they aren't training someone to come in and help them and to be able to take that business and continue it on.
If
Let's
you
look
have a lot
40,
of people
50
that's too
years in
lazy
there.
to get out and
Well,
work.
we got to unlazy them. I guess that's
Okay,
a different way of
that's
saying
good.
it.
That's
but we
good.
got to
That's
figure out a
good.
way to unlazy those people who have gotten the lazy trait going for them. Some kind of way, no matter if we got a successful business, a successful church, or a successful anything. We've got to make sure that in that success that we're breeding some more success. And I think that those businesses and those institutions that are doing real well, we've really got to make a more dynamic effort to get more people involved in it that have dreams and are willing to work with us
Let me
with
tell
those
you about a
dreams.
dream that we have in Oklahoma City. And I don't know whether you know it or not, but a restaurant will be opening in Oklahoma City in a sports lounge. It is Granddad's International Restaurant and Sports
A
Lounge.
sports lounge.
Yes. Located at 3105 North Lincoln. We have a young man that's gone up there and bought that land on Lincoln, and who has brought to Oklahoma City a new concept in business. He has a multi variety of from different countries. For example, you want some Spanish food, Mexican food, Italian food, Creole food, Southwestern food, and up there you're going to be served by professional waiters and waitresses. Now, what
Yeah.
about that? Young man in Oklahoma
Now
City
that
went to
that
Edwards Elementary School, went to Douglas High School,
yes.
went into service, came back, formed the first ROTC unit at Capitol Hill, worked and was in charge of all ROTC units from Oklahoma City on back to Arkansas. And this young man is opening the Granddad's International Radio and Sports Lounge.
Well, Mom, you know, I'm familiar with James McClain. He's
That's
good,
right. His name is
James
McClain. And
He's
don't
a good
you
friend
forget
of mine. And he married into the family in a way, but then he's a dreamer, see. And
Well, this was what this country's built on, dreamers.
But let's look at that now. Here you are. You come to Oklahoma City. You locate yourself there in the heart of the East Side, there on Lincoln, down from the state capitol, with a great concept. But let's watch the growth on that. Let's watch how the people back him up. Watch how the state, when the legislature or the state employees, when they get their lunch hour, let's see how they come down there and actively be a part of it. Try
they
some of
want
this
to
good
do that.
food that you're talking
But
about.
let me tell you what
but a
he's doing
sports
now.
bar in Oklahoma City
Yes.
on the East Side.
Yes.
I've told James before. I said, man, we love sports, but I don't know about us coming out to enjoy
But see,
it.
you
But
don't
see,
know. But they're
I'm
gonna
just
come
trying
out
to throw a
and
little
enjoy.
water on the fire here
Okay.
to point out to you that in 1996, that we've got to do more than talk about somebody opening something. We got to go there with our hard-earned pennies and nickels and dimes, and go in there and see what they're doing. And if you can't afford a dinner, then
You can't
know,
afford it. You have
You
meals
know.
there that starts from $3 and going up to $30. They have barbecue, briskets, turkey drumsticks, smoked ham, links, name it, and they have it.
Well, I just
and
got
you know who
past
the
the
head
sports
cook
part of
is
it.
up there?
No, Mama, no, I don't. I don't know what.
Frank Dewberry. With all of
Dewberry.
his- Yes,
Big Dewberry?
Frank Dewberry.
Good cooking, Dewberry.
Yes, and he is.
He's
He's the head
he's
cook.
been cooking.
And
He's
they
an
have,
executive chef somewhere, isn't he?
he is now the executive chef at Granddad's International Restaurant and Sports Lounge. And I know this white community is jumping. I know how you're jumping because you're saying black people. I tell you one thing. Whatever you want is at Granddad's International Restaurant and Sports
Well, see,
Lounge.
Mr. McClain, James McClain has been working on that dream for 2-3 years.
Well, that's the way you work on a dream. You just don't pop up and dream.
Well,
On Sundays,
I
there will
don't know
be
the- I
buffets
don't know.
designed for churches, and they will have food at a moderate price. They are open 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Friday, on each weekday. On Friday and Saturdays, they don't close at 4 a.m., and they start serving breakfast at midnight. Did you realize there's no place on the east side that you could even get breakfast, and now you will be
I know
able to
that.
do it? But one thing that's exciting about Granddad's International Restaurant, they are introducing a special pizza.
a special pizza.
Yes, it's a barbecue
A special-
smoked pizza with beef, pork, or chicken. And they have some traditional desserts. And ladies and gentlemen, Granddad's pound cake with orange sauce is coming to Oklahoma City.
You know, I know we in Oklahoma City are lucky to have James here. I've talked with him numerous times about that dream, but he's traveled all around this world, thanks to the United States Navy and thanks to his different assignments. And he's had this dream for a long time, and I think that's one of the reasons he named it Granddad. His grandfather used to encourage him to get into a business and to do it. But James has been working hard on that. It's a very ambitious project. I mean, this is kind of like man going to the moon for a black man to put up that type of restaurant
But Calvin, let
on
me tell
North
you,
Lincoln
he has
Avenue.
a private meeting place where he can take care of 30. And then he has a restaurant that will seat 175 people. And then you tell
it's
me
just
we
like
are.
the first step, one giant step for mankind philosophy on that, because it's a giant step. One, to open a business. Two, the location is prime. And if he's bought the land,
He bought the
there on
land
North
and the
Lincoln
building.
Boulevard.
He
He
tore
got-
out the walls,
He's-
put in new plumbing, new electricity, did the walls and the ceiling, designed everything in there. Now, what else can you ask for?
Well, he's got a fantastic menu there too, and from $3 to $30, that makes it. You know, I can even take some of my friends up there. I mean, some of my less expensive going out friends.
Well, maybe
You know.
we're going to send the Bachelor of the Year up there.
Oh, that'll be a project. Okay.
The Bachelor
Oh,
of
we
the
got to
Year.
talk about that later
Oh, yeah,
on,
we
too.
will be talking
But James
about that.
McLean, well, congratulations on what you're doing, on what your dream is. And I know that those of us who, now that we know about it because we listen to the Clara Luper radio show, got to come by there and give you a try, man. I've been there and seen the place, torn apart. Now I'm looking forward to come by there and seeing how it's finished and enjoying what I know that our great executive chef, I know some of that food is gonna be good. I don't know about that barbecue pizza though. That's a new one for me. But
Well, you
I
can't.
tried hot wings and I didn't.
It's a barbecue
but I had to
smoked
try them
pizza.
too, so I might as well try a barbecue smoked pizza. But,
Okay, well, you will be able to call in at 525-8601, and then, for example, if you want to prepare, you're going to take your sorority, your fraternity, your Masonic people out. Call in and say, I would like to have it set up now for 25 people. And when you get there, those professional waiters and waitresses will be there. Now, Mr.
okay,
McLean.
that's one dream that's coming. That's a reality here in 1996.
It's a dream that's coming. It takes time. I know it took me 26 years to get a Miss Black America, and then I turned around and got two. After 25 years. Now see how things come to those who work and wait. And this year we have more young ladies that are participating in the Miss Black America pageant than any because they know it's a real thing. And the pages, we have more pages than you. Oh, it's unbelievable, Calvin. We are in better shape than we've ever been. And thank you for your many encouraging words. And Freedom Center was really looking good. Well, and speaking of looking good, those of you on Radio Land will have an opportunity to call me, and I would like to let you know that I am scheduled to be on program at Ralph Ellison's library at 11 o'clock. I am scheduled to be in Enid on January the 14th, and I had the opportunity to speak at a school, and I think I got 40 letters. And I would like to thank those young people at a certain school. I will tell you about that. And I would like to thank you for all your letters. I was thinking how I could do this. Oh, I would like to thank you, and I'm glad that you enjoyed my speech and you remember what I taught you. I told you had better not forget what I taught you. All of you beautiful, talented young people, because I told those young tell you about that. And I would like to thank you for all your letters. I was thinking how I could do this. Oh, I would like to thank you, and I'm glad that you enjoyed my speech and you remember what I taught you. I told you had better not forget what I taught you. All of you beautiful, talented young people, because I told those young people that they were in better shape than any other group of people. We are in Oklahoma. We have a chance to really go places. I would like to thank Governor Keaton and his staff for that warm reception that they gave to Miss Black America. And I would like to thank Dr. and Mrs. Ahmad and the people from Oklahoma University that came to the Capitol to see the governor proclaim January the 4th, 1996 as Miss Black America's Day in the state of Oklahoma. What a day and what an opportunity. So those of you that want to sit down and complain and say, we aren't doing any good, you aren't doing any good, because people are so blinded they don't even know what's happening. Blind. I want you to open your eyes, and a lot of you, your eyes are closed because you don't know we are doing better than we have ever done. Now, if you have been on that trip and wasted all your money and wake up without it, you're playing a grasshopper. You are a victim of grasshopperism. So I want you to look around and see what we are doing. And I want to thank all of you that are in business. I need not talk about our beauty shops in Oklahoma City. I need not talk about our beauty supply company. I need not talk about Lamar's Beauty Salon. I need not talk about our funeral homes. They can be compared with anything in America. I need not tell you all that. And you just go on and sing your song. Oh, we aren't doing any good. Well, do something. Calvin, are you ready?
I stay ready.
Okay.
I stay ready.
Okay.
But I don't know if I'm ready to go to the old granddad's restaurant yet. I got to
You better
really
get ready.
for
Don't
that.
go up there today because it's not open. It's going to open next week.
Next week? Well, I
Yes.
know if I keep listening and be here at the Clara Luper Radio Show, I'll know everything about it. But that's really a challenge. We got a couple calls already. People wondering when it was going to open. That's why I wanted to come back with that. But I guess we're trying. That's the best thing that I can say. As long as you keep trying, then something's got to happen. And I look forward to more businesses opening, but and coming up with something positive and something that we can be proud of.
Well,
That's a gigantic step, though, to put a business on Lincoln Boulevard.
Oh, it's a gigantic
Congratulations.
step to put a business anywhere. Wherever, they say, if you can build a better mousetrap, people will find a way. They will find a way to find you. And you can find me. My telephone number out here is 672-1220. We have someone from Enid, Oklahoma on the line. Hello, Enid.
Hello, Mrs. Luper. How are you today?
Oh, I am really feeling good.
Well, you sound really good.
Well, thank you.
I'm calling you on because we're happy to have you coming to Enid next weekend.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I'm Reverend Ivy Haynes Jr. I chair the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Holiday Commission for the city of Enid.
For the whole city?
For the whole city.
Oh, Reverend Haynes.
Yes, ma'am. My senior pastor is Reverend Alfred Baldwin Jr. And we're in cooperation, just doing some great things in Enid. And we had the golden opportunity to ask Mrs. Clara Luper to come and be our guest speaker on the 14th of January at 3 o'clock, and she graciously accepted that.
Well, you know, the people in Enid have been very kind to me through the years. Some of my best friends are in Enid, Oklahoma. I wouldn't miss that opportunity for anything in the world.
Well, that's what I heard. In fact, Pastor Cecil McCurdy
Yes.
indicated that you're a wonderful family friend.
Yes, for a long time.
Yes, ma'am. Well, we're just glad that you're coming, and we're excited about that. We plan to have a big turnout. In fact, we're going to serve cake on this occasion, cake and punch, and we're going to have people come and celebrate with us on that Sunday afternoon.
Well, where will the celebration be, sir?
We will be at Convention Hall in the Mark Price Arena.
Just a minute now. You will be at the Convention Hall in Enid, Oklahoma?
Yes, ma'am. At Convention Hall in the Mark Price Arena in Enid, Oklahoma.
Are you kidding?
No, ma'am.
And we have people sitting up talking about we aren't doing better than we used to do.
Well, Mrs. Luper, we're excited because there's some things happening in Enid that most of Oklahoma is not familiar with. In fact, we're, to our knowledge, throughout all of the United States, we're the only city with its municipal complex named in memory of Dr. King.
You have your whole municipal complex named after Dr. King?
Yes, ma'am. Our whole municipal complex, which includes the administrative building, the police station, and the central fire station.
Well, give me that name again. What's the name of it?
Of the complex?
Yes.
The Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. complex.
Isn't that one?
Municipal complex.
How did you all do that?
Well, we started trying to work with the city to name a street, and that wasn't working. We tried to rename the public library, and that didn't work. And finally, we reached a stalemate and came to some conclusions and did some things and convinced some city commissioners, and we named the entire complex after Dr. King. It took a battle, and we've been battling this since 1988. And in 1988, we were able to get an official charter, do the dedication of the complex, and we've been celebrating this memorial time ever since 1989. In fact, this will be our 8th celebration coming up on the 14th of January.
I'm real excited, Reverend Haynes Jr., that Enid has given me the opportunity to speak on Martin Luther King's Day. And as I look around, there are so few of us that are left, that walked with Dr. King,
Yes, ma'am.
that followed him, and I am honored. And I'll see you on the 14th
Yes, ma'am.
at exactly 3 o'clock.
Well, we hope you get here earlier because we've got some people in town who want to visit with you.
Okay, I'll be there earlier, and I will bring some of my friends with me.
That
okay?
is wonderful. The more the merrier.
Okay, Doctor. Okay, Reverend Haynes. Thank you so very kindly.
Thank you. You have a wonderful weekend.
Well, thank you.
All right.
This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and this portion of our show is being brought to you by Clara Luper, the author of Behold the Walls, the best story that has been written about the city and movement. Clara Luper, the author of Behold the Walls. Calvin, the people in Enid got a whole complex named after them. And it's quite interesting because in Oklahoma City, I've never been invited to speak on Martin Luther King, on a Martin Luther King's program per se, and I have been fighting against the Martin Luther King parade being downtown because we started Calvary Baptist Church and we go downtown. I was just hoping that the leaders of the Martin Luther King Coalition would decide to do what we used to do before it became so popular. We used to start marching at the library and march out to the Capitol, but now we've gotten sophisticated. So we march downtown so we can have more white participation. But one thing I can say about my white friends, they come to me because I think my thing is just as important as that thing. I don't
Well,
see
you know,
the
Mama, you know there has been quite a change in that. But
But
then
what changes it
there
been?
has
It's
been
still
quite a
marching
change.
downtown.
They still march downtown, but there's no homes, there's no businesses, and then on that particular day,
Just
nothing's
marching
there.
for space.
But I too would like to see the parade back on Northeast 23rd Street or on North Martin Luther King Avenue. That would be great. But once again, we got to prepare ourselves.
Well,
And we
we are
don't go to
prepared.
the meetings
We
to do
are,
that.
we are prepared.
And
No,
argue
you
with
don't.
them.
You shouldn't
you
have to
state
go
your
to the
opinion,
meeting.
but nobody pays that any attention unless you're there.
Well,
at
I
the meeting, they
paid
say.
some attention. They asked me to serve as the what do you call it? One of the leaders of the parade. I would be able to ride in a convertible and ride downtown, but they didn't know me because I'd rather walk with those that walked for freedom than to sit up in a limousine with those that talked about it. See, it's a long ways, and there's a long distance between talk and reality. And anybody can talk about, I believe in Martin Luther King, the dream. And Martin Luther King told us not to cooperate with segregation. And a lot of us are cooperating with segregation. And when you cooperate with segregation, Martin Luther King said, you are as guilty as a person that's segregating.
That's absolutely true what Martin Luther King said. And the parade is still a historical event, even though we don't like the direction it has gone in. You know, our participation still has to be there. And I know that thousands of other people will be there too, and line those empty urban renewalized streets, Second Street, all the way downtown, and stand there and be a part of the Civic Center functions.
But what
But that's
downtown is named after Dr. King?
In Oklahoma City, there must be something out there.
Downtown? That's
I
named
don't
after
know, but
Dr.
then there
King?
must be something. There's a young man over there that knows everything about anything. I'm waiting on him to come on over here. He probably knows something about that.
What
But I do know
downtown is
that
named
there,
after Dr. King?
the Northeast 23rd intersects Martin Luther King.
Yeah, that's
right there at
And
hometown
that
IGA.
was a fight, and it was
That
a
was a
fight that
definite
was led by a beautiful young lady to rename that street Martin Luther King. And it just goes so far. Yes.
Mrs. Luper, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I didn't get a chance to give the address of the convention hall.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's there in Enid, right.
And it is on the 200 block of South Independence.
200 block
South Independence.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll be there.
All right. Thank you all very much.
Well, thank you,
All right.
Reverend Haynes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Probably can find the convention center there in Enid quicker than you can. Something downtown named after Martin Luther King.
Well, I would like to announce that there is nothing downtown that I know of. Maybe you all have some information I don't have that's named after Dr. King.
Well,
but I can
if
see
you don't
all
have
of
the
it.
information, I bet somebody out there in our listening audience here on KTLV, live and in living color, has it, and we'll answer the phone. The phone number out here is 672-1220.
What's downtown that's named after
Theotis.
Dr. King?
Theotis.
What's downtown is
Named after Dr. King. That's all I need to know.
Other than the street?
No, the street isn't downtown. The street is over here on the northeast side.
Downtown.
Yes.
There's nothing downtown named after Dr. King.
There must be something.
So here we are marching downtown in honor of Dr. King,
There
who
must
told
be
us
something.
not to cooperate with
Who's
segregation.
this character that just walked in here and started talking?
That's Theotis Payne.
Good morning. Good morning, Brother Calvin.
1996
Yes,
Theotis.
great year. Oh,
Okay.
yes. I'm
Now,
great
where
year.
do you stand on the issue? Do you think we're in better shape now than we've ever been?
Definitely, positively, better than we've ever been and moving forward.
Is that
All
your
right.
generation, or do you think that we're paving the way for the younger generations better than we have? Do you think that we're paving the way for another generation to improve their lot?
I think so, based on all the data that's been coming in and the economic results and some of the academic results and successes such as Miss Black America, etc. It's no doubt in my mind that we are certainly paving the way for the next generation and for the current generation.
If you were a 17-year-old, what do you think your goal would be? 1996. Say you get 17, 18, getting ready to graduate from high school. what direction would you go in, or what direction would you encourage? I wonder what the counselors are telling the kids in high school. But just from your experiences now, looking back and looking forward to 1996, if you were 18, what would you be? What would you be aspiring to be now?
I would be aspiring to have some global economic involvement through business or through some academic training, because even the military, because of things being more international now, versus when you and I were growing up, things were more localized, more statewide.
You know, I was just thinking, we have Graham. It's a young man named Graham that just went to Africa.
Right, and we have.
With the same
have you heard
aspirations.
the United Discount Drugstore? Have you ever been in there?
Yes.
We didn't have that kind of drugstore here a few
That is
years
correct.
ago, and the people that's talking are the people that don't see.
Right.
And the funniest thing in the world is a group of Negroes, blacks, or whatever you want to call them, who are still Uncle Tomming to insurance agents in Mustang, Oklahoma, and around, and just grinning. It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. And I would like to publicly call them a bunch of Uncle Tom.
Yes, we have a
Oh,
lot
that's the
of...
first person you call Uncle Tom in 96.
96. Anybody-
That would be a great
That's
year.
a great year. Mama picked a Uncle Tom. Not picked one, she's identified Uncle Tom, the first Uncle Tom in 96. You ought to get an award for that on,
But see,
on your
here we
set.
have a group of
That's
people
right.
praying, Lord have mercy upon us. Help our people. Help our people. And then they help your people by taking your money to Mustang. Just a minute now, Mrs. Hunter.
Oh, yes. Good morning, Mrs. Luper, and to all that's in Radio Land.
Happy New Year, Mrs. Hunter.
And Happy New Year to you, too, Calvin. I've been listening to your program, and I listened to your song. Better get ready. And from what I can hear, Mrs. Luper say, we have had a number of people out there that have been getting ready for a long time. And especially this new enterprise that we're going to have on the Northeast side. I know all of the people are going to go over and help sponsor the new restaurant, our cafe, or whatever they are naming it there on Lincoln.
Granddad's International.
Granddad's International. I know we're going to go over there.
Isn't that a heroic effort, Mrs. Hunter?
Why, sure.
Isn't that a heroic effort to
Then I-
locate a business on North Lincoln Boulevard,
That-
down the street from the state capital of Oklahoma, and expect black, white, Indians, and all people to come to it? Is
Why-
the boy, you think he's playing with a full deck?
Well, sure.
Do you think he's playing with a? You think he's making a good gamble?
No, Calvin. You know, I'm always on the positive side of life. And I think we have come to the day and the time where we realize that we must be one. We must be as one. Because the things that we have been practicing is going down the drain. And I think we can see that America is not successful by saying that this side is on that side and this side is on that side. That it must be unity, and we must stand as one, regardless of the race, creed, or color of the previous servitude. We must be as one. And I'm sure, Kevin, you go in there, you're going to see as many white people, Indians, Hispanics, Mexicans, Koreans, Italians, Jews, whatever, all those that I have not mentioned, is going to be in there to support the restaurant, because if they do not, we know that
Oh, they are
we
going
still
to.
have to get ready.
They are going to.
So, and I know we have gotten ready. We have gotten ready. America is getting ready.
Okay, America is getting ready, and not only that, you know, we eat down the stairs at least 3 times a week. We eat at Florence's, we go to Leo's, we go to Alberta's. We got to support our people, and the people that's talking, and all of those people that are marching, if they would march on the east side and buy some gasoline, if they would march over here and eat, if they would march, the world would be over. I have a dream today.
That would be a
Yes,
great
I have
grand
a dream.
opening for
That
the
is-
old granddad.
I have a
Have march
dream
the
today.
granddads could-
I have a dream today.
So that's right, because America has to open its eyes to many, many things. Because we cannot say that.
Okay, Mr. Payne, will you tell me what's going on, please?
Yes, Mother Clara, on December the 20th, the Coalition of Civic Leadership agreed to not only encourage those of our community to be more participatory in all of the things that go around, but be more involved with workshops and educational ventures, etc. Monday at 6 o'clock, there will be a reception where the HIV and AIDS information source will come to the African American community to talk about AIDS in the African American community. A national renowned speaker, Terrence Scott, will be our guest speaker. He is a representative of the National Red Cross. The National Red Cross asked the Coalition of Civic Leadership and all its affiliate organizations to collaborate and co-sponsor the HIV/AIDS information for and with the African American community. We're inviting everyone out. The reception is at 6 o'clock Monday at Emmanuel, and at 7 o'clock the official program will begin. It is information not only about HIV and AIDS in the African American community, but also funding sources, also about TB, also about the substance abuse connectedness with that HIV and AIDS. And we're just asking the community.
Okay, you better ask the whites too, because there's a lot of intermarriage and
asking-
interracial
this is open-
relationship between the blacks and whites.
That is correct. It's open to the public.
Okay,
It's just co-sponsored.
where's Emmanuel Baptist
Emmanuel
Church?
Baptist Church is located on 21st and North Kelly Boulevard. That's 2 blocks south of Northeast 23rd and Kelly.
Okay, Emmanuel Baptist Church at 6 o'clock on next Monday.
On Monday, that is correct.
And Terrence Scott will really be here.
Terrence Scott will be here, and we're just excited about his national information source. He's a research expert, and he's been doing some great things throughout this great nation in the area of HIV education.
Speaking of education, Mrs. Leola Ford and I went down to the Board of Education. I've never seen so many black people with offices.
Oh, yes.
Dr. this and Dr. that. We are moving ahead.
Yes, we are.
Thank you so much, Theotis.
Thank you, Mother, for this opportunity, and thank you, Calvin.
Okay.
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New
Okay,
Year.
wait,
1996.
I'm going to call the
That'll be a
names
good
of the bachelors.
Mom, before you get to that, before you get to that Bachelor of the Year, I want you to know, and I'm registering a protest right now, there must be something wrong that I didn't make the top 10.
You didn't make the top 20. Calvin, you didn't make the top 20. In fact, you didn't make the top 30. There were hundreds of bachelors that were called in. Okay. Now, first we started in October. We asked you to send us the names of the bachelors so you could call it in. You did it, and we're very grateful. Then we got down in December to the top 20, and today I'm going to call the top 5, and then I'm going to call that top 1, and next week we will have the Bachelor of the Year here on the program. The top 5 Bachelors of the Year, and this is just in, they aren't in order of who's first, second, third, fourth,
Drum
five.
roll.
Listen at Calvin. Listen at Calvin. The
They got
top
to be
Bachelors
good.
of the Year. They have to be good.
They
They are
got to.
men of distinction. They are men that are financially capable of taking care of their business. They can take them to Stales and all around. Even take them out to Sir Charles,
Sir Charles,
granddaddy. Okay, here they are, the top 5 Bachelors of the Year. John Green Jr., Big Daddy, the birthday man, Clarence J., A.L. Dow Jr., Berlin Nero. Those are the top 5 bachelors, and then I shall tell you the first.
So you got the top 5 there. You got
I got
Berlin
the top
Nero.
5.
That's a good
Al
selection.
Dow,
Oh, yeah.
Clarence Day, Big Daddy, the birthday man, and John Green Jr. These are all outstanding men, and you have to be outstanding to get on that list. Now, I do hope that we will have a lot of marriages in 1996, and I can say to you bachelors, you can walk around here and court and talk that talk if you want to, but you're going to get old and you can't walk that walk, and you're going to need a good wife, and there are plenty of good women in
There's a
that
black
city.
business that has flowers, especially for romantic events and
Exotic.
exotic
Oh,
flowers.
yes,
there.
right.
No, up there.
Send us some flowers. And I'm not going to tell you, and you're going to call me and you want these bachelors' address. Let me tell you in front, I'm not going to give them to you. I can only call the names. I'm not going to give you their address next week. The Bachelor of the Year will be here. All right, we are ready to go.
You got 5 now.
I got
So
5. Let's go.
Today we're going to find out who the winner is.
I'm going to only call the name of the top 3. No, I better call. Okay.
Well, you got 5.
Okay, the 5. Let's go with the 5.
Drum roll again.
Yeah, John Green Jr., Big Daddy the birthday man, Clarence Day, Tony Moore, A.L. Dow, and Berlin Nero. The 1995 Bachelor of the Year is Berlin Nero from Jersey.
From the Dungy Boys, Bachelor of the Year.
Bachelor of the Year is Berlin Nero.
Wonderful.
The first runner-up, according to you, the most intelligent audience in the world, A.L. Dow Jr. The third runner-up, second runner-up is John Green Jr.
Yes.
Now, what
Okay.
is an advantage, Calvin, to be even on the list?
Now it is, and that's one of the things that a little upset about. But the Bachelor of the Year for 1995 is Berlin Nero.
Yes.
The number one first runner-up was who was that? You said Al Dow Jr. Okay, so what does the Bachelor of the Year receive? What will the first year runner-up?
All of that will be discussed next week.
All
of that will be discussed and be presented next week here on the Clara Luper radio show. Now, what we did, we counted the votes, and if you didn't get the votes, Berlin must have a lot of connections.
Yes, he does.
He works at Tinkerfield.
Yes, very good. Retired from the military.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yes.
St. James,
yes.
loving St. James.
Brand new big Lincoln automobile.
He has a brand new Lincoln?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, boy.
I was in a Cadillac,
I don't know. Last time I saw him, he was in a big truck.
Really?
Oh, no.
He's in a truck. Congratulations,
one thing
Berlin.
about it,
very successful.
Very successful. Well, one thing about
I really got whooped good, didn't I?
Yeah.
What was Calvin? What was Calvin placed on that?
No, that's not important.
That's not
important. What we're going to do now is congratulate the first runner-up.
You must not have the charm and all that you think you have.
Well, now, if my thoughts were money, I'd be the richest person in the whole world.
You sure wouldn't be on that.
Then I could make the batch. No, I probably wouldn't be the bachelor list then.
You
but
could
something
make
good is going to happen in 96.
That's right, 96. Fix it in 96.
No matter what, it's going to be a
Reverend
great
Jackson said, fix it in 96.
Right.
Yeah, that's what
prepare myself to
that's
be
what
the
Abraham
Bachelor
Lincoln
of the
said,
Year
prepare yourself when
1996.
time comes to be ready. I urge all of you to participate in all of the activities that are celebrating Martin Luther King. And I ask the white community to please show that you believe in Martin Luther King by patronizing black business. Now, you can say I believe in Dr. King's dream, but Dr. King said we want it here, now. And those of you that want to really help black people, you go out and patronize a black business. We got black service stations all over town that need your help and your support. And I know these white folks are going to help me. I know that because I know you. And Calvin, I looked up at the Capitol, and guess what? You had a delegation there to help us celebrate.
I'm so proud. I'm so proud of Oklahoma University and this entire state of Oklahoma on the reception that our Miss Black America, Miss Bashir Ahman, has gotten the reception that she's gotten.
You better congratulate her.
Yes, I want to not only congratulate her, she will be participating in the Martin Luther King Coalition Parade. She's introducing me. I'm the keynote speaker.
Yes.
I'm sure.
Okay.
She's
not. She's not.
Wait.
No.
Wait a minute.
Isn't her father?
I want to mention too that another good thing happened. John Blake.
Leadership
there at
that's
the
good.
University of
I shall
Oklahoma.
prepare myself when the time comes. I shall be ready.
Then we can look up the highway at Oklahoma State University.
Yeah, I spoke at a predominantly white school this week, and they were asking me about John Blake, and what did I see? I saw a young man who's a descendant of slaves.
That's right.
Descendants of those that suffered segregation. Descendant of those that were spit on and hurt. I saw him take that responsibility, and God bless him.
Mom, what will you be speaking about today? Where will you be speaking?
I'll be speaking at the Ralph Ellison's library. I got a schedule that reads like who's who in America, and I would thank all of you that have given me opportunities. Now, if I have upset you today, I am certainly not sorry. If you didn't win the Bachelor of the Year, I'm not sorry. Maybe you need to go out and spread your wings, and you really need to get to know people. I would like to thank you, and you know I love you, and I really appreciate all of you and what you've done for me. The Bachelor of the Year will get his hair cut at Gates Barber Shop. The Bachelor of the Year will have the opportunity not only to eat at Florence's, not only to eat at Alberta's Tea Room, not only to eat at Granddaddy's, but most of all, he will have the opportunity to be here next week on the Clara Luper radio show. Yes, he's well dressed. Now, as we talk about Martin Luther King, let's not only talk about him, but let's put his dream into action. And don't forget that luncheon today at 12 o'clock, the Achievers Luncheon, sponsored by Ebony. This is Clara Luper saying, wherever you are and whatever you do, just remember that I love you, and thank you, Enid. Thank you, Enid. You can march down in Enid because they got a whole complex named after Martin Luther King, and Oklahoma City doesn't have nothing downtown, but they would be marching down there. I can just see them now. Clara Luper saying goodbye, and I do love you.
This is AM 1220, KTLV, Midwest City, Oklahoma City.